Okay, so hello everyone. So for this video, we are going to have more examples of uh, to apply the concept of the theorems of complex numbers. So we have these three problems na kinanglan natin isolve. So for the first problem, we are going to find the value of the angle theta and the angle beta. Second, for the second problem, we have to find the value of x and y in the equation. Same also with the problem number 3, wherein we need to find the value of x and y. So let's start this and let us apply all the concept of uh, advanced mathematics. So we are going to apply the theorem 1, 2, and 3 in order to solve for the values of the angles theta and beta for number 1. So let's start. So for the solution we will have, so we are going to equate this real part or the real part of our problem or our equation into 0. So this will be, we have the real part is 1, we have 1 minus, okay, 1 minus tangent squared theta is equal to 0. And then if we manipulate this equation, this will be equal to tangent squared theta is equal to 1. So if we take the square root of both sides of the equation, this will be tangent theta will be equal to 1. Then, if we find the value of theta, this will be equivalent to the arctan or the arctangent of 1. So, we will have, so solving for the arctan of 1, we have arctan of 1. So this is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, your arctan of 1 is 45 degrees. So we have the value of our theta is equal to 45 degrees. This will then be our final answer. So now we are going to solve for the value of beta using sa aton nga imaginary nga part. We have 1 minus sine squared beta. So we are going to erase this one. So take note that our theta is, so sulat ko lang di ang value, our theta is equal to 45 degrees. So we have to consider sa negative na value. So we have negative square root of 1 minus sine squared beta is equal to 0. So now we have 1 minus sine squared. We have a trigonometric identity nga nag-relate sini. So take note that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. So if we transpose, we have 1 minus sine squared is equal to cosine squared. So we will have negative square root of cosine squared beta is equal to 0. Now taking the negative, so this will be negative cosine beta is equal to 0. So divide natin by negative both sides. So this will be equivalent to cosine beta is equal to 0 man Japon. So we have to find the value of beta equals to arc cosine 0. So what is the value of arc cosine 0? So we are going to solve. We have arc cosine 0 is equal to 90 degrees. So we have beta is equal to 90 degrees. So this is now will be our final answer. So let us erase this one. So our beta is, the value of our beta will be beta is equal to 90 degrees. So now let us try to solve another example, which is example number 2. So example number 2, we have given task ng x plus jy, the quantity squared natin is equal to 2 plus j to the j4. So we have to solve this. We are going to simplify this and square the left side of the equation. So we are going to simplify this one. This will be x squared plus 2xy. So let's put j here, plus we have jy squared. Okay, so erase na lang kayo para mas maintindihan. So we are okay, so we have the quantity of jy squared. So this is equal to 2 plus j4. 2 plus j4. Then, so take note lang of the values ng imong j squared. J squared is equal to negative 1. So substitute na lang ang value. So this will be equivalent to, we have then the x squared plus j times 2xy minus y squared is equal to 2 plus j4. Okay, so we are going to separate lang sa real part of our equation and the imaginary part. So our real part will be x squared minus y squared plus j times 2xy is equal to 2 plus j to the fourth. Okay, kung tanawon natin ang aton nga equation, so we have to, if we are going to look at this is our real part, and this is our real part here. Also, we could see sa aton nga imaginary part, our imaginary part will be this one, and this will be the imaginary part on the right side of the equation. So, if we are going to manipulate this, we are going to have two equations, and that will be enough to solve for our two unknowns. So first natin yung equation will be equating the real part. We will have x squared minus y squared is equal to 2. So this will be our equation 1. Okay. Next, another natin equation will be 2xy. So we have 2xy is equal to 4. So we could divide it by 2. We'll have xy is equal to 2. Y natin will be equals to 2 over x. And this will then be our equation. This will be our equation number 2. So that's it. Uh, Now we have two equation, then we have two unknowns. We can substitute the value of x or any of the variables. So we will have, okay, so let's continue this. We have equation 1 and equation 2. So we are going to substitute the value of equation 1 to equation 2. So we have our equation 1 is x squared minus y squared is equal to 2. So substituting this value, we will have x squared minus, so 2 over x squared is equal to 2. Then simplifying this, we are going to find the denominator for this one, the LCD, which is x squared. So we have x squared divided by 1, that is x squared, times x squared, this will be x to the fourth, minus x squared divided by 2 squared, x squared divided by x squared, this is 1, multiplied by 2 squared, this will be equal to 4, is equal to, then we have to equate this by 2. Then we are going to simplify this one. Multiply natin ng x squared on the right side of the equation. The answer will be x to the fourth minus 4 is equal to 2x squared. So that is the answer. But we are going to reduce that to quadratic equation nga form. So we have anong iya quadratic equation form sa sining equation. So that is, we have to manipulate this. We have x fourth minus 2x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. So kung tanawin natin, this is in quadratic form. So paano siya naging quadratic form? We could reduce this one into x squared, nga squared mo siya, minus 2x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. So this is now quadratic form. So parehas lang na siya nga may ara ka nga value nga. Okay, may ara ka value nga a squared minus 2a minus 4 is equal to 0. So do parehas lang ni iya nga form. Wherein ang imo nga a is represented by x squared. So now we are going to find the value of our x by in this case, you are going to find the value of x squared by using a quadratic formula. So what is the equation of quadratic formula? So that is, we are going to use so to find the value of x squared, we have, so we have negative b naton is negative 2. So we will have plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. So that is negative 2 squared minus 4 times a naton nga 1 times c naton nga negative 4. That will be divided by our denominator, which is 2a. So that is 1. So we have to find the value of x squared. So solving, we have some values ang aton nga a. Okay, we are going to solve for the value of a. We have negative times negative 2. Okay, plus square root of negative 2. Okay, so diretso na lang natin. That will be 4 na lang minus 4 times negative 4 divided by 2. So that will be 1 plus square root of 5. So pila na siya nga value? 1 plus square root of 5. So we have, okay, we have the value ng 1 plus square root of 5. So we have isang value nga 1 plus square root of 5. And, okay, try natin B kung minus ang r diri. So we have 1 minus, so that this is 1 plus minus square root of 5. So now, we are going to find the value of the square root of x. So, or to find the value of x, so we are going to solve for, okay, so ang gamiton natin una is positive b. So we have the value nga 1 plus square root of 5. Square root nato ng aton nga answer, this will be equivalent to 1.79 or 1.8 na lang naton. So our answer will be x is equal to 1.8. Sorry, hindi, wala naka-square root pala. So we have 1.8. Okay, so how about kung minus biya naton answer? So this is square root of 1 minus square root of 5. So hindi na siya pwede because imaginary number ang aton nga answer. So dapat positive lang yun ang aton nga value dira. So our answer for x will be x is equal to positive 1.8. This will be our unang answer for the value of x. Now we are going to find the value of y. So hapos lang no, for the value of y, let us just substitute it sa aton nga equation number 2. Ang aton nga equation number 2, y naton is equals to 2 over x. So this is 2 over 1.8. So 2 divided by 1.8. Our answer will be equal to 10 divided by 10 over 9, or this will be approximately 1.111. So this is, our answer will be equal to 10 over 9 or 1.111. So this will be our final answer. Okay, so we could go back sa babaw and give the answer, which is, okay, we have to put the answer here. Okay, so we have, sulat lang natin dali kay para hindi natin hindi kita mabudlayan. So we have okay. So our x is equal to 1.8 and our y is equal to 1.111. So we have value of our x is equal to 1.8, y is equal to 1.111. So we are in the third example na our equation is 2x plus j 3y squared is equals to 6 plus j12. So parehas lang siya po ng atong process nga gamiton for singhimo naton sa second nga equation. So same nga process we have. So first we are going to simplify this. Equate ang aton dapat ang equate naton ang aton nga ang aton nga real to real and imaginary to imaginary, pero hindi pa naton ma-equate kay kinahanglan pa naton i-expand ang aton equation. So we have, so simplifying this, we have, or expanding this, we will have 4x squared plus, so 2 times 3, that is 6, times 2, that will be 12. So we have j times 12xy plus sa aton nga j times 3y squared is equals to 6 plus j12. So we know that j squared is equals to -1, so we can simplify this. So this will be equal to -1. So we have 4x squared plus j times 12xy minus 3y squared is equal to 6 plus j12. So now we are going to separate ang aton nga real nga part kang imaginary part. We will have, so 4x squared, we have 4x squared minus, I'm sorry, this will not be 3y squared because if square pa nato ng 3, our answer here will be 9y squared. So we have 4x squared minus 9y squared plus j times 12xy is equal to 6 plus j12. So now we have to form na sa aton nga mga equations by trying to equate our real to real part and imaginary to imaginary part. So we have our equation 1, we have 4x squared minus 9y squared is equal to 6. And this will be our equation 1. Another, we have to find for our equation 2, we have 12xy is equal to 12. So we will have dividing 12 both sides, so we have xy is equal to 1, then y naton is equal to 1 all over x. This will be our equation 2. So this will be our second equation nga gamiton, or the equation 2. So what we need to do now is to substitute our equation 2 to our equation 1. So we have, okay, let's continue this. We have 4x squared minus 9y squared is equal to 6. Substituting the value of y, we have 4x squared minus 9 times 1 all over x squared is equal to 6. So we have then the value kung aton nga expand, so we have 4x squared minus 9 all over x squared is equal to 6. So continuing with the process, we have to find the value of our LCD. So to find the value of our LCD, that will be x squared times 4x squared. This will be 4x to the 4th minus 9 is equal to 6. So now simplifying our equation, this will be 4x to the fourth minus 9 is equal to 6x squared. So we are going to reduce this to quadratic form, but first we are going to transpose ang ato niya 6 and equate this to 0. Our equation will be 4x to the fourth minus 6x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, simplify ito siya into a quadratic form. Ang iyang quadratic form will be, this will be 2. So we can separate this. So we have, 4, and then we have x squared minus, we have 6x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. So we have 4x squared minus 6x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. So then, meron na quadratic na form wherein we have the value of a, b, and c. Pwede na natin pangitawan ang value of x squared using a quadratic equation. So the value of x squared, so to find the value of x squared, this will be x squared is equal to negative b. So this is negative of negative 6 plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So this is negative 6 squared minus 4 times 4 times c, which is negative 9. And then divided by 2a, which is 4. So we are now going to find the value of our x squared. So we have the 6 plus the square root of 36 plus 4 times 4, so times 9 divided by 2 times 4. So our answer will be equal to, our x squared will be 3 plus 3 square root of 5 all over 4. So we have our x will be, or x squared will be 3 plus 3 square root of 5 all over 4. How about if we are going to have the negative value here? So what will happen? If we are going to inspect it, that will be negative 3 square root of 5. So this will automatically be negative. So we could not use this value. So we are going to use the plus value. So taking the square root in order to find the value of x, so we have square root of our answer. That will be 1.558. So the value of x, so x will then be equal to, x is equal to v 1.558. This will then be our final answer. So now we are going to find the value of y substituting. So for y, that is 1 all over x. So that is 1 all over 1.558 So this is equivalent to y is equal to the value which is 0 point. Okay, we have 1 divide answer is equal to 0.642. So we have 0.642. So that will be our answer. So we have for x value, our x is equal to 1.558 and our y is equals to 0.642. That is the problems nga ga-illustrate sang theorems of complex numbers. So that's it for this week. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and God bless.